This video will introduce you to the protocol and step-by-step procedures for running the COVID-19 ImmunoRank Neutralization MICRO-ELISA. Before starting, let the assay kit sit at room temperature for at least 30 minutes. Inside the box, you'll find 12 kit components and a product insert with detailed instructions. A pre-coated micro-well plate. 2 adhesive plate sealers. An incubation plate. 15 milliliters of 1x sample diluent, 25 milliliters of 20x wash buffer, 10 milliliters of 1x conjugate diluent, 12 milliliters of 1x substrate chromogen, 10 milliliters of 1x stop solution, 300 microliters of 1x negative control, 300 microliters of 1x calibrator control, 300 microliters of 1x positive control. Lastly, 80 microliters of 100x RBD enzyme conjugate. Additional materials required to run this assay can be found in the product insert provided. This includes a precision microtiter absorbance plate reader, a 37 degrees Celsius incubator without CO2 supply, and additional items. Step 1. Perform a 1 to 10 dilution of the test samples with the sample diluent. Using either disposable tubes or a dilution plate, take 90 microliters of sample diluent and add 10 microliters of test sample. Samples can be assayed in singlet or duplicate. We recommend performing this step in a biosafety hood due to any potential biohazardous components found in the samples. Step 2. Dilute the RBD enzyme conjugate to 1x. To perform this, add 70 microliters of the 100x RBD enzyme conjugate to 7 milliliters of 1x conjugate diluent. Mix thoroughly and add 60 microliters to each well of the incubation plate. Step 3. In duplicate, starting with column 1, row A and B, add 60 microliters of the positive control. Add 60 microliters of the negative control to column 1, row C and D. Add 60 microliters of the calibrator control to column 1, row E and F. Step 4. Add 60 microliters of samples to the appropriate wells of the incubation plate in singlet kit. The ImmunoRank COVID-19 Neutralization Assay can test up to 90 samples at one time. Cover the plate with plate sealer. Step 5. Incubate at room temperature for 30 minutes with shaking using a microplate orbital shaker. Do not stack the plates on top of one another. Spread them out as a single layer for even temperature distribution. Step 6. After the 30-minute incubation, transfer 100 microliters of the controls and samples from the incubation plate to the pre-coated microplate. Cover the plate with a plate sealer. Step 7. Incubate for 30 minutes in a 37 degrees Celsius incubator without CO2. If running more than one ELISA plate, remember not to stack the plates. Step 8. Remove protective adhesive strip. Wash each well of the microplate with 300 microliters of 1x wash buffer. Repeat 4 times. We are using an automatic plate washer. However, this step can be done with a manual squirt bottle or manifold dispenser. After washing, remove any remaining wash buffer and blot against a clean paper towel. Add 100 microliters of 1x substrate chromogen to each well and incubate for 15 minutes at room temperature. Step 10. Add 50 microliters of stop solution to each well. Step 11. Immediately after adding the stop solution, read the absorbance at 450 nanometers. The following parameters are quality control requirements for this assay. Calculation for the percent sample neutralization index, SNI.